The sensorimotor stage of development lasts from birth to age 2. During this stage, infants explore the world through their 5 senses, and they are initially unaware of a world beyond these direct sensations. By the end of the sensorimotor stage, the infant develops an understanding of what Piaget called object permanence, the understanding that objects continue to exist even when the baby cannot see them. Piaget would say that the young child can hold a mental representation of the object, even while it is no longer present. The pre-operational stage of development lasts from age 2 to age 7. During this stage, a child has achieved object permanence. Children in this stage develop mental concepts like cause and effect. If I push this object, then that one will fall, for example. Children in pre-operational stage have trouble imagining another person's perspective, which Piaget called egocentrism. They can only see things from their own point of view. Conservation is the ability to understand what changes about objects and what stays the same about them when you rearrange or transform them in some way. There are many kinds of conservation, such as conservation of number and weight, but they all involve changing how an object appears to the child. Children in the operational stage don't fully understand that minor changes in appearance don't really change anything significant about the object. The most well-known demonstration of this phenomenon is conservation of volume, which includes the ability to understand that an amount of liquid does not change just because the water is poured from a tall container into a smaller one. Children are fooled because they focus on one characteristic, the tallness of the glass, to make their decision. Piaget calls this centration. It's the child's tendency to focus on only one very noticeable thing. They cannot, at this point, think about more than this one dimension. They cannot, at this point, think about more things than this one dimension, but they will soon. The concrete stage of development lasts from ages 7 to 12. During this stage, children learn to use logic to solve a range of abstract problems. Conservation principles are achieved during this concrete stage of development. Children have obtained the ability to do what Piaget called reversibility, nor do they have a tendency to focus on only one very noticeable thing, which Piaget called centration. The formal operational stage of development is the final stage in Piaget's cognitive development model. This stage begins around age 12 and is characterized by the ability to think abstractly and hypothetically. People in this stage are able to develop a hypothesis about a solution to a problem and to test that hypothesis using logic and experimentation.